My name's Wade Watts. My dad picked that name because it sounded like a superhero's alter ego, like Peter Parker or Bruce Banner. But he died when I was a kid, my mom too. And I ended up here. Sitting here in my tiny corner of nowhere. There's nowhere left to go. Nowhere. Except the Oasis. A whole virtual universe. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do. But they stay because of all the things they can be.
Can you feel this?
Yeah. It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. The Oasis was the brainchild of James Halliday.
Hello. If you're watching this, I'm dead. I created a hidden object, an Easter egg. The first person to find the egg will inherit $500 billion and total control of the Oasis itself.
Who is this Parzival, and how the hell is he winning?
Find him.
This isn't just a game. I'm talking about actual life and death stuff.
The Oasis,
the world's most important economic resource.
it's nothing less than a war for control of the future.
Welcome to the rebellion, Wade.
Like many of you, I only came here to escape. But I found something much bigger than just myself. Are you willing to fight? Help us save the Oasis.
Aha! Hey there, detectives, and welcome back to another weekly episode of Movies Magnified, where we investigate and take a closer look at your favorite movies. This episode, we are joined by very important people, our resident investigators, Miss Bianca Antillon, Miss Mary Cortilia, and Mr. Brian Belmes. So this week's movie in question is Ready Player One. Now, guys, what do you think about this movie?
Well, I think it's nice. Oh, yeah.
Yes. The visuals it's very appealing.
Yeah.
Whoa. It looks like an anime.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, anime.
Guys, okay, let's start off first with the story. The story sa later na ang technical aspects. So the story, what did you think about the storyline? Do you like the characters? Who were your favorite characters? What's your favorite part of the movie? So, yeah, you first.
Favorite part of the movie?
Yeah, sure.
Favorite part of the movie would be the whole Oasis itself.
Yeah.
The fact that you can be anyone and be anything and who you want to be, like girl, boy, favorite character or something. It's just so cool.
Magical, really.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And then like the fact that anybody could be who they want. It's just, you can express yourself. And
Yeah, it's so liberating. Yeah.
And then nobody would judge you because like the world just accepts you as who you are, whoever you want to be. So that's why that's my favorite part.
Yeah. You're creating another version of yourself in another world.
Exactly.
You have like another chance.
Another chance to be exactly who
You want to be. Yeah, exactly.
It's like your playground. You just pretend who you want to be.
Yeah, you get to rewrite history.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
So now that Bianca's done, Mary, what's your favorite part of the film?
I personally liked how they merged pop culture into science fiction. I think it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've never personally watched all sci-fi movies, but I think it's really cool, especially now na marag mas part na ta sa pop culture. Marag I personally saw how pop culture has affected people in that movie, and I think it's a really cool approach to sci-fi movies.
Exactly, because I've never really been one to like watch sci-fi movies. And going to the theater, I didn't really think much of the film until I saw it, and it was like, wow, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I was impressed by how it was a sci-fi movie, but as well, it was very entertaining. Because sci-fi movies have this tendency of being boring and super factual and all that kind of...
Very scientific.
Very scientific.
It's a very modern approach of
sci-fi
science.
movie. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's more tailored to our time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's something that would...
We can relate to.
Yeah. And I think it was a great decision made by the writers and the creators. Now, they really made sure that the audience would be entertained and they would understand this kind of concept.
Yeah. I'm actually amazed by the director because it's actually an adaptation of the novel of the same name.
Yeah. I've heard of that.
It's he said that this was the most difficult movie he had to make. So
Third most difficult.
Yeah, third most difficult. So, hats
Who's
off.
the creator again? Steven
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
So hats off to Steven Spielberg. Job well done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's not that
Shout out to
Steven.
Steven.
You did a great job, buddy.
Yeah. So guys, I find this very interesting that each of you have like different parts of this film that you find amazing. Yeah, you have different aspects. Your favorite parts have different aspects. Like Bianca, you like the Oasis part, which is like more into the story itself. And then Mary likes the part that this film, although it is sci-fi, she likes the approach that was made by the creators. Now, for you, Bri, what was your favorite part of the film?
My favorite Philippine parts.
Yeah,
like
sure.
So, my first favorite part of the film was the race.
The race scene.
Yes.
Oh, the race.
It
was so cool.
Also, like thrilling.
Exhilarating.
Yeah, exhilarating. Exactly.
And
It was really unexpected for the guy to just
Go
go
backwards.
backwards.
Yeah.
And
It was so cool, like him figuring out the
Yeah,
puzzle.
it's
Yep.
Because like no one has ever done that.
Like, he was the very first.
It's like doing what is unexpected instead of going the most
usual
conventional.
way.
Yeah.
Life motto.
He thought outside of the box.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. So the second favorite part of the film was that part where they storm the planet Doom, like that thing with the big shield and the orb and all those.
Where
And then-
all the characters went in together.
Yeah.
They're all
yeah.
fighting.
Got goosebumps.
Yeah, goosebumps.
Yes.
Just different characters merging.
I was like internally geeking out.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Oh my god, go guys.
Yeah. We're just
Yeah.
like rooting for them to win.
Like, go.
Yep.
I just saw Iron Giant in there, and I was
And
like,
it's like,
okay, you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I think those are my most favorite scenes of the movie. As I guess, favorite characters.
Sure, favorite characters.
So favorite character. Actually, I don't really have any favorites.
There are
I like all of them
characters.
equally.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Yeah.
characters, and they have their interesting twists to
Yes.
each of their like background, their characteristics. They're all very different.
Yeah.
Since we already talked about the things that we liked about the movie, the narrative aspect to it, like Bianca, you like the aspect of the Oasis, like how you're able to create your own characters and live a second life.
Yeah.
And then Mary, you like the aspect, the approach that the creators used for this sci-fi movie. And Brian, you have different parts that you like, right? Like the scenes, the racing scene, it was super cool, by the way, super cool. And also like the dome scene where a lot of the characters were just fighting, and it was amazing. You could see, you could see a lot of different characters. It was like reliving this part of the scene. And so now we dive into the technical aspect of the film. Now, what did we like about the animation, the sound? You guys.
The whole story itself. Technical.
The technical aspects,
okay.
yeah.
Well, the technical things, the animation.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
animation.
the animation.
I agree with
Spot
Bianca.
on.
Yes,
Spot
like,
on. I
especially
think.
the part na they were dancing. So
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
dancing
the-
scene.
forgot
The
their
club
name.
thing.
Yeah, the club festival and Artemis?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Artemis.
Yeah. I like the part where her dress was just glowing as she moved.
Like
Yeah.
each detail was amazing. Like
Whoa.
from the wave of her hair.
Yeah, and
Wave
then
of her
like
hair, the details, the lights,
Details,
everything.
everything.
I think we would all agree. We would all agree that that is something amazing about the film is the animation.
animation.
How much the creators really paid attention to the
To
details.
of each and every character from different movies,
Like,
video games.
Yeah, from the hair to the characterization, it was
Freckles,
yeah
everything like
freckles.
that,
The
yeah.
freckles of Artemis
Oh,
though,
yes.
like very
on
distinct.
point.
Yeah,
Very,
on
very.
point. Yeah.
Also, the soundtrack, it's really pop-ish.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes,
the
it's
soundtrack.
it really fits the vibe. It's really it sounds so modern, but
It hypes you up
they're
also.
from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s.
The club scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
There were a lot of music incorporated to it. Like there were so many hip hop songs.
Yeah.
songs
Like
from
the
the
beat.
past also.
Also, like the romantic scene.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love the music that they danced to. It was amazing.
It just fits every scene.
Yeah.
The songs that they use, it just
Props
fits
to the sound director.
Yeah.
Yes. Props.
It's just genius.
I think the soundtrack is also like one of the most costly aspects of the film and production because like about the copywriting and like Steven had to sign lots of papers and pay stuff like that. On the sound design, like it might be just me being an infrequent moviegower, but I was really overwhelmed in a good way by the sound design, which is also why I facing scene because of the sounds and the sounds of the engines.
the sound effects and everything.
Yes, and the voice
It
and
fits mood of
yes,
Yeah, exactly.
yes, it's so immersive. It's like you can fit yourself in the.
It's like you're actually there.
Now that I think about it, yeah, actually, like I just realized now how actually amazing that is. That they really paid attention to the sound, even to the engine, to the the most little detail,
true. Like
the sound of the engine.
or like when a car crashes, even from
Yeah.
afar.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It kind of triggered my fear of very high motorcycle engine sounds like that.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was a bit scared, but
But that makes it even more realistic.
yes,
Exactly.
yeah,
That you were even na-trigger pa ka sa
Yeah.
mga sounds.
yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
that good.
Yeah. So now that we have talked about the things that we liked about the movie, both narrative and technical aspects, let us now investigate and take a closer look about the things that we did not like about the movie.
Ooh, did not like. Yeah.
It's kind of difficult, especially because
Yeah, the
it
movie,
blew
the
my
whole thing
mind.
was like,
Yeah.
whoa, great.
amazing.
I personally didn't like how they wrote the plot because it became too messy, and
Really?
I think I personally also blame the fact that I became too overwhelmed with the extent of the pop culture presented in the movie.
Okay.
Because of it's too much pop culture, and I became too overwhelmed, and I lost focus on like, oh, what's the story about?
Okay, true.
It can be twice
Yeah.
as disorienting for viewers who are not familiar at all with pop culture
With
and
pop
all that.
culture, true. Yeah.
I do agree that it got messy, especially at the ending.
True,
Yeah.
ending the battle part.
Yeah, the
where
battle.
Even though it's supposed to be intense and like we're supposed to feel like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? We're kind of
Distracted.
by all the other characters, like the Iron Giant and like
Yes.
maybe Pac-Man, and we're like, oh my god, I like the other characters, and we start looking for other characters.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Like at a certain point, it got too messy that we kind of felt like it was too dragging.
yeah.
Like at some point, I was watching the movie. I was like, dugay pa mahuman. Like it came to my mind because like the characters were like going on with this
whole-
battle
yeah.
like for far too long, and I just wanted them to like finish it.
Finish it like, oh my god, get it going.
Yeah.
We felt tense, but like not that tense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To
Yeah.
feel actual fear for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
characters
I-
that are present.
I guess I'm I'm the only one with a different opinion here.
Oh,
Because,
Go.
like, I guess I have the most childlike opinion of you of us four because I was just kind of excited from start to finish.
Yeah.
But that's just me. So yeah.
There are also scenes though that were like pretty creepy and scary.
Oh
Like
yeah,
The
horror.
The Shining.
Yeah, The Shining.
No,
It was
I
like,
do not want to
dude.
get to that
There were a lot of
elevator.
jump scares.
yeah, there was. But
Oh,
as a
no.
person who likes horror movies, like yes,
Yeah, and they were like actually in a game, right?
Yeah.
In a game that where it was scary and there was like, a
Everything.
scary twist to it.
Uh-huh.
I just found it nice and actually it was a breather actually because it was the fun part.
yeah.
It was the funny part of the entire film because the whole film was super intense.
yeah, but, like H getting scared.
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
like, cool.
It's not fun getting chased in a maze
Oh
with
my
an
Yes.
I was
It's
scared. I was
nice.
scared. I was
Come on,
watching. I was
guys.
watching those scenes with like both of my eyes closed, but it was fun. I could hear them and
Yeah.
their reactions.
It looks like your grandma chasing you for you're doing
I
something
know,
wrong.
right?
Except this time it's so intense that she just
She's
took an
bringing
axe
axe.
and
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to kill you. I also couldn't feel any character development in the movie. I think I personally blame all of the plot because we just became too overwhelmed again with the pop culture that we failed to notice how did our character improve.
True. Yeah.
True, I could see that now. Like we were too focused on their mission that we didn't really get to know the characters more.
Yeah, we didn't actually.
The structure of the plot itself does not seem to
Focus.
make like accommodations for the character and
True.
all the personal stuff.
Yeah.
Those things.
Yeah.
Like what also bothers me in terms of the character thingy is the part where what's his name? The boys.
Percival.
Yes, Percival's aunt gets killed in the bombing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like
bummer,
there's no like impact, emotional or
yeah, it
something.
wasn't really that.
We don't even see
Their bond.
Percival's
Yeah, their bond.
Unless they're not really
yeah.
that close. They're
True,
like,
yeah.
okay,
I mean,
I'll
yeah,
walk
yeah.
away. I don't
Really.
know you, I guess.
Yeah. But that was kind of like a moment where kanang na-spark ang
The whole
like the desire of Percival to like even go further with the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that we have dived into what we disliked about the narrative aspect to the film, what did we not like about the technical aspect?
technical aspect.
It's too dark. But I guess that reflects on using technology because we like the lights out and only
True,
the lights
yeah,
from
yeah,
the technology.
yeah.
But personally as a movie watcher, I don't think that's very appealing to movie watchers because they just want to see what is happening.
Yeah.
You don't want them squinting their eyes at the screen.
Yeah.
Especially not
exactly.
me.
Yeah. Those are the like, problems with their eyes, most especially.
Yeah, as people with glasses. Also, the fact that the too many lights kind of
The animation was kind of distracting as well in some
and
points.
It hurts my head sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess in consonance with your Mary's complaint with the fact that the movie seemed too dark for her. I think part of that also is the color, like the color trend wherein modern movies use a more submerged palette of colors, like from like if you compare movies from the 70s, 90s to movies now,
True.
the older movies are way more colorful, and I guess people can see them more clearly. They can tell the contrast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so now that we have distinguished our likes and dislikes, before we move on to the next topic, I would like to discuss, and I want to know what you guys think about Percival and Artemis's love relationship. Yeah, what did you think about it?
I'd go gay for Artemis.
Oh my god!
I'd go
Yeah,
gay.
definitely.
Yes.
I love her. Like she looked very pretty.
Yeah.
Both her character and like
Yeah.
her in real life in the movie.
I like the fact that she didn't like a flaw about her face, but then it was
Parzival.
also.
Yeah,
but then
Artemis.
Parzival didn't love the flaw about her. I don't know. I just find it really cute.
Yeah.
And
I also like how Artemis is a badass.
yes, like
And
girl.
And I also like how Parzival was just like, oh, okay, cool. I love you, even though you're a badass.
Yeah,
I love you.
Like he was not threatened. His manhood wasn't
Yeah.
threatened by how she was.
Feminism, y'all.
She
Yeah.
didn't have toxic
Stuff like that.
masculinity. that's
Yes.
Boys take notes from Parzival.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. I loved how both of their characters were powerful in their own way.
Yes.
And they didn't like compete with one another. I mean, at the first
At
part,
first, yeah.
at first where they were like competing for the keys,
Mhm.
but then when they got to know each other,
They just like helped each other.
yeah,
out
they
and,
helped
like,
each other
whoa.
and they cooperated, and it was just really nice to see their love blossom.
Blossom as
Although Artemis was hesitant
about this.
but like, I also have a comment about how fast, like Parzival, like immediately
Leaped into
knew
the-
that he loved, Artemis.
I hate that thing. Like, oh my god, dude, stop. Wait for a second, okay?
Yeah, like, and he just said his name.
I know,
He
like
said his name.
Oasis became his Tinder. Then.
Yeah.
And then Artemis was just like, dude, you're not supposed to say your name.
That's like a rule.
Say my name. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Say my name, say my name. But now my name's around.
You're not Destiny's Child. Stop.
So okay, so like I would like to add that Percival basically broke 100 online dating etiquettes.
Yeah.
Especially considering that Oasis is like a jacked up internet,
Yeah.
and so it's like that danger associated with revealing your personal identity
Especially since he's like
is compounded.
He's hunted down as
Yeah.
well.
He's like
Yes,
a celebrity, right?
Yeah,
he's a
because
celebrity.
he's the first
celebrity and stuff like that.
Let's thank God Percival is not a psychopath and
Yeah.
a stalker.
True.
Let's just thank God
I
for
know
that
he
one.
did seem kind of like a stalker
Yeah.
when he
At first, but not really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, our dear detectives, so much for our favorite parts of the film. Let us now talk about the main message and impact that this movie was sending to us, its audience. How is the film a reflection of the 21st century world?
It reflects how far we've come as a society. With the availability of the technology and how advanced it is nowadays, and also with the pop culture, everyone is connected no matter what.
Yeah.
Unlike before, where everyone is just divided according to
Their
according to
generation.
skin color, to
color,
religion.
true,
It's really nice.
This
that
was also
we've
shown
learned.
when like Parzival was very close to H, even though they didn't know
They
each other
didn't
like
know each other.
offline. They only knew
Yes.
each other online. That just goes to show how these advancements get to connect people.
Connect people.
Yeah.
from
No matter the circumstances, really,
Yes.
it shows that we've learned a lot from our history before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, for me, the fact that the movie was dependent on media, and the fact that our generation now is like we're focused on media, we're like the 21st century and everything like that, just shows now we're very dependent on it, and it's like even as the world goes to crap or something like that, we'll find a way through it through media. Like we look for loopholes and whatever.
Yeah.
So media in the 21st century, I guess you could say we tend more to our online
Selves.
to whatever is online, to our online
Virtual
personas
selves.
more than what is happening in our immediate physical lives.
Yeah.
It is this is quite eminent in the setting itself of the movie where Percival lives in the stacks, which are the slums of 2045.
Yeah. Also, what a dump, right? The
Yeah.
place.
Yes, it's
like-
so messy.
Yeah.
Trash.
I know, like, for people who are like OCD and very conscious of like the cleanliness, it was a dump.
It was
like
legit.
cars on top of each other. and
Even
just,
your
like,
walls are like just like what is this?
Yeah.
How are their eyesights not damaged
Yeah.
from all
No
the
idea.
screen time? They
How
do
are
that.
there? How? I
How?
have a question for the OCD people. Like, how do they manage to live in that kind of
In that
society?
kind of society, I guess they just use the VCR like things and just
Yeah.
like, you know, perfect world right here.
That's exactly
Yeah.
how dependent we are. That shows how dependent we are on
yeah, exactly.
the Oasis.
Do they
Yes.
eat at all?
I know, right? They're so involved. They're so involved in the
They're
Oasis.
too
Even like the
intense with that
mom
one.
cooking for the kid. It's
Yeah.
like, she left the food and now it's on fire. And it's like, girl,
Yeah, that was shown.
your
That was
kid.
shown.
Why are you playing?
It also shows how we get distracted. The Oasis was a way for like
Distraction
Yeah,
from
it was
reality.
it was a distraction because like what you said, the mother was tending more to her game, the
Than her
Oasis, than
child.
her kid,
Uh-huh.
and like her
Yes.
food was burning.
Burning.
And that to me is scary,
True.
and it is a reality. It is becoming a reality
Reflection,
now. This is the 21st century, and who knows, in 2045 or so years, what was shown in the movie could
Could
actually,
be our future.
yeah, could be our future.
And it sucks because like all the beautiful things around us now that we don't really appreciate because there are things in the online world that we like more and we just can't. It's gonna be gone, and like that.
It shows, it reflects how the advancements and the gadgets, the social
Yeah.
media, everything distracts you from what really matters,
Reality.
which is your family.
Your family, everything that's beautiful about reality, we tend to forget na things in reality are.
And aside from that, this film just really shows how we have the tendency to hide behind our virtual selves.
True.
And how we use that as an escape
From reality.
Yeah.
Which is not always the case because everything it's really messed up if you think that way. You just want to escape reality and
Yes.
everything around you goes to crap.
because life is meant to be lived, and the way they lived their lives there, it's not the way to be.
Yeah.
But I like the part where James Halliday revealed that
end.
he did regret
He did regret that he didn't
live
play
the
a part
life
in
Yes.
reality.
the reality,
Mm.
which is a positive message really in the end.
Yeah, to show to the.
It was a moral
audience.
lesson.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
something that the audience should hold on to.
Yeah, one of the changes that I liked in the movie was they closed the Oasis twice a week so that people
So that
could
people
learn
could-
to
Yes,
spend
like-
more time in
More
reality.
in reality.
And fix their village. I mean,
I
the
know.
dump.
Hello,
Do
people, how
something
you
about
live
it.
there.
And there, detectives, ends the first part of this episode of Movies Magnified. Thank you so much to our resident investigators, Bianca, Mary, and Brian. Thank you so much for making the time.
No problem.
No problem.
It was actually really
This
fun.
was fun. This was
Very
fun.
fun.
I'm sure our dear detectives would also love to hear from you again.
Of course.
I will invite you guys next time. This was so fun.
This was
No,
really
for sure,
fun.
for sure.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, next week.
Next week,
sure.
huh?
Okay, so thank you so much again. And to our dear detectives, we will be back after the short break. And detectives, when I come back, we will have another very important resident investigator that I will be inviting to this podcast, so stay tuned.
A whole virtual universe. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do. But they stay because of all the things they can be.
Can you feel this?
Yeah. It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. The Oasis was the brainchild of James Halliday.
Hello. If you're watching this, I'm dead. I created a hidden object, an Easter egg. The first person to find the egg will inherit $500 billion and total control of the Oasis itself.
Who is this Parzival, and how the hell is he winning?
Find him. This isn't just a game. I'm talking about actual life and death stuff.
The oasis.
The world's most important economic resource.
It's nothing less than a war for control of the future.
Welcome to the rebellion, Wade.
Like many of you, I only came here to escape. But I found something much bigger than just myself. Are you willing to fight? Help us save the oasis.
And we are back. Detectives, at this point in time, we are joined by our very lovely resident investigator, Miss Ina Neri. Thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure, and I'm quite excited for this experience.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. In the previous parts of this podcast, I was joined with our resident investigators, and we were talking about the certain movie that has come to our attention. Ready Player One, have you heard of it?
Yes, actually, I just recently watched this movie in compliance for a certain subject at school. But this movie was actually eye-opening.
Pretty great, right?
Yeah,
Pretty great.
I know.
And Bianca and Mary and I were talking about our favorite parts of this movie and what we did not like, what we did like, and you know, the message that it sent to us and what the impact was to us, and you know, just everything about the movie. We're just talking about how great it was.
I agree.
So for you, what do you think about this movie?
You know, as I said earlier, it's very eye-opening in the sense that something very fictional seems like a reality, especially in this century, with the youth, with our generation. And I came to the point of realizing that it is an essential matter to discuss.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I mean, it has become very relevant, especially with the rise of technology nowadays. There are so many advancements now, many gadgets. Everywhere. And it's, you know, it's just springing up everywhere. And it's so scary because the speed of the rise of technology is very overwhelming.
What's also interesting about this is the movie starts years and decades after this current year. So you can see...
It's kind of like a dystopia, right?
Exactly. You just see children born in that age.
Yeah.
You don't know what... I don't know, you don't know what a telephone is, you don't know what a smartwatch is, because they're past that invention.
Yeah, and it's gonna be so scary because at that point, they wouldn't know what an iPhone is probably, or like a tablet is, you know, the things that we grew up on. And to me, pondering about that, the fact that how many years from now, people wouldn't even know what an iPhone is, or what a tablet is, or a smartwatch is, because, you know, they will obviously have these kinds of new inventions, you know, and for me, that's pretty dark and scary because, you know, at some point, these advancements to us, you know, describe who we are. They define who we are, the certain age is, and in the future,
it'll be a whole new world.
Exactly, and you know, you can see their neighborhood.
They never heard.
And that, my dear detectives, is where this episode ends. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for this Patreon to sponsor this week's episode. I hope to be with you guys again next week, and stay tuned for more Movies Magnified. Bye! Bye! Thank you so much. Bye!